And forward number 6, John Alejandro. And center number 9, Jaden Datumalim. And guard number 16, Dylan Despi. The other forward number 24, Christopher Lagat. And the other guard number 54, Lance Sabroso. Their head coach is Carl Santos. Check out now the starters of your FEU-D Diliman, Baby Tamanaus. And guard number 7, Stephen Kabigting. The other guard number 8, Dwayne Miranda. And forward number 12, 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰. The other forward number 15, VJ Pre. And at center number 25, Mark Burgos. Their head coach is Alan Albano. Officiating this ballgame, our crew chief, Ian Borbe. Umpire 1, Oliver Angeles. And Umpire 2, Jaime Ribano. Alternate official.
The starting five for UE is Despi, Sabroso, Datumalim, Lagat, and the main gun, John Alejandro. They'll be up against Kabigting, Mecha, Miranda, Burgos, and VJ Pre. Our officials, Borbe, Angeles, and Rivano. So welcome back inside the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center in San Juan. It's our second game of the day. FEU-D Diliman versus UE. We are live on the Pilipinas Live app. 2 more games after today. We'll have USC versus UPIS, followed by Ateneo versus Adamson. Earlier in the day, NUNS taking that 70-61 win over Zobel. And here we go. UE gets the first crack at the basket. Glad you could spend your Wednesday morning with us. Yo-Yo Sarmenta on the call, together with Coach Juanito Gregorio. It's an important matchup in terms of Final Four implications. And Sabroso gets the juice.
No better way to start than to be as aggressive as Lance Sabroso would attack. Good first 2 for UE.
Here is Mecha. We haven't seen a lot of Mecha the past couple of games. He is back at the starting lineup. Turnover there by Kabigting. Some pressure now by the Baby Tams. In the first round, Baby Tamaraos defeated the Junior Warriors 66-58. A turnover there by UE.
Coach Carl Santos on your screens, not happy with the early turnover by his squad right here. Needing to get his boys a little bit warmed up here in the ball game.
Coach, is it hard to recover? You know, we talked about the 2 losses by both sides. I guess the loss to UPIS probably hurts more kasi wala pang manalo yung UPIS before that. How do you recover from that mentally as you see that replay on that offensive foul? You know, what do you tell to your team for Coach Carl?
You know, these are boys, so I'm sure the hunger will always be there after a loss like that. But it's how you will accept the loss, how to move on, and it's really going to rely on the coaches, how you will explain how the adjustment will be, what to learn from that loss, and how to move forward, especially with a lot of emotions with these kids. So I'm sure the coaching staff, knowing from experience that they can really be able to learn from that kind of a loss.
It seems like they're learning on the fly because it's 7-0 in favor of the guys in white and red. We're coming out with a different sense of purpose after that humbling defeat at the hands of the Junior Fighting Maroons. Sabroso creates space and he makes it 9-0.
What a strong start for UE right here. It's not the same way that you want to be able to end the ball game. So they seem to have learned their lesson, starting out strong 9-0 in favor of the Junior Warriors.
And a turnover there by FEU. Look at this replay. A quick shot by Lagat, and then the drive by Sabroso. 9-0 and 7.5 to play in the first. Nice passing by UE. But that shot was fouled by Pre. Chance for FEU to finally put some points on the scoreboard. They give it to their main scorer, Pre. Gets the scoring going.
And finally a good shot for FEU here to finally get into the scoring column. BJ Pre, one of the best young talents here in UAAP.
Lagat looks up at the clock. He takes the three, left it short. Offensive rebound by Despi. Despi gets the deuce.
But every time I watch Despi and Lagat play, they are two guys that I already know have enough basketball experience to be able to read situations well. Looks at BJ Pre in the eye, just knows where to put that back.
FEU Diliman hoping to bounce back from a 76-66 loss against Adamson. It was a game where the timeout shot just 37% and gave up 51% for the Baby Falcons. And the basket is good by BJ Pre. Foul on Alejandro.
And all throughout the season, BJ Pre, we know that he is a talent coming into this season, but he has extended that skill set of his. More comfortable dribbling that basketball, have been more comfortable also extending his range to the three-point line. So moving forward into his career, a lot more weapons for BJ for him to be able to show in Philippine basketball.
And it's now 11-5 after that N1 play by BJ Pre. Alejandro is stripped on the way to the cup. Tamaraos are pushing a counter steal. Despi comes up with it. Despi leaves it to Alejandro, blows the layup. Alejandro, another chance, too strong. And Pre has it. And Baby Tams with a counter push. Miranda. And nice defense there by UE. Lagat sidestep move. Chance to reset for the Junior Warriors. Oh, nice drive there by the Tumalim.
Good fake by Jaden the Tumalim. Looking to go left and then eventually exploding on that right side. Good too by Jaden.
Press bottled up. That should be an interesting matchup, Coach. Alejandro versus Pre, two of the best power forwards in our league.
They are very versatile power forwards. Two guys who can do a lot in this league. It also plays very physical, so this is a matchup that we're going to watch all throughout this ball game.
That three-pointer was good by Stephen Kabigting. Just a 5-point game as we approach the halfway mark here in the first. Dan Sabroso looks up at the clock. He has time to operate. Sabroso spinning. Wild shot does not work. Lagak falling away.
They say that the mid-range game is a dead art, but Christopher Lagat all throughout the season has proven different. And that is a range where he is very comfortable with.
Fred dribbled first before dribbling, so that's a turnover. And look at this quick shot. We mentioned it, coach, a mid-range, one dribble pull-up. So some substitutions on both sides. Herbito is in for FEU. And Sarza is in for UE. Sarza had 16 points in that loss to UPIS. And Vito is not with the foul, who just checked into this ball game. Coach Alan Albano wants to create a bit more breathing room in the standings should they win today. Despi is asking for a screen. Laga takes aim. Too strong on the arm. Miranda, who seems to have fully recovered from that ankle injury he sustained 2 games ago. Daa from deep, can't connect.
Cold start for FEU offensively. They are executing, just could not get those open buckets early on here in the first quarter.
Another fall away, but that does not work. A rebound opportunity, and Alejandro cleans up the mess.
The one thing you can be sure with the UE Junior Warriors is how active their big men are, either on the offensive or the defensive boards. Might be a little undersized, but the activity and the energy will always be enough for UE.
Here is Pre versus Sarza. Pre, baseline move, goes to the reverse.
Nothing too deep for BJ Pre. Anywhere you need him, he'll be able to provide with that scoring.
Pre is having a tremendous second round. He's coming off a 26-point outburst against Adamson. Despi, a series of moves. Both game, the basket plus a foul for Dylan Despi.
I love how Despi and Christopher Lagat plays within the ground as we watch this. 2 guys, no problem for BJ Pre. On the other side, low to the ground, knowing where to go. Good stable base. Despi with that floater right there.
Dre Miller is in. Can complete the 3-point play. So the lead still though is at its largest at 19-10 in favor of UE. Miller loses the basketball. Almanza, one man to beat. Almanza is fouled.
But this one guy that wasn't really a part of the rotation the first few games of the season. Yet all of a sudden, after a good outbreak, this guy was able to really crack the rotation of Coach Carl Santos, is now one of the main guys doing the damage for UE.
Almanza can get the first. UE already with 3 steals and FEU with 7 turnovers. Those are the numbers that we will keep an eye on. So misses from Almanza. That's why our score still is at 19-10. But 𝔐𝔞𝔪 knocks down the three.
The beautiful ball swing coming from Miller all the way to the corner. Eventually swing it to 𝔐𝔞𝔪.
Under 2 minutes left here in the first. It's been a great quarter so far if you're UE. 𝔘𝔫𝔦𝔰 goes inside. Wild shot. They still have it. There's loose change on the floor. Bodies going for that basketball. Ball will go to the other end.
Watch that play before. Miller going all the way to the corner. Quick swing to 𝔐𝔞𝔪 for that open three on the wing. And that is the type of team basketball you want to see from FEU.
Another three on the way. Yes, sir. Back-to-back threes for FEU.
And now that the right wing is becoming a friend for FEU, being led by Dre Miller. You see here, trailer. He sees it perfectly. Pascual on the
So the lead was at 9, and then back-to-back threes by FEU cut it to 3. And it's a good sign for FEU because they don't shoot a lot of threes. Talking about the baby Tamaraos, they are last in three-point percentage at 20%. So this is a good sign if they're knocking down their threes.
That's going to be very important for them because eventually it will give a lot more spaces for 𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬 and BJ Pre to operate if you can make those threes.
Miller pushing. 𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬, but he is fouled. Hard foul there by the 𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬.
And the only way to really stop 𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬 is to foul him if he gets enough rhythm like that. But one guy we have to comment early on in this ballgame is Dre Miller. He is stepping on the gas, putting in a lot of energy off the bench for FEU right here.
Sabroso will re-enter the ballgame in exchange for Almanza.
It's going to be a chess match between Coach Carl and Coach Allen. Putting back in Lance Sabroso to match with the energy of Dre Miller early on in the ballgame.
And these teams are really matched up pretty well. Now, not just the standings, but talking about their points, their rebounding, what type of games they play, similar styles.
They're just really playing modern day basketball, both of these teams, both with their systems and the talent that they have. So it's just a matter of execution and who wants it more in today's ballgame.
Here's Sabroso, who just re-entered the ballgame, attacking the defense, but loses the basketball. And it will go to the other end. UE has been stuck at 19, Coach.
FEU adjusting right away with how UE is playing early on in this ballgame.
𝔐𝔞𝔪, who knocked down the 3 earlier. They give it to their point guard, who has displayed some Terrific leadership here. 𝔘𝔫𝔦𝔰 too strong on the attempt. Down to the last 15 seconds here in the opening period. Last shot opportunity for UE. 𝔬𝔞𝔪𝔢 spinning, but can't connect. Down to the last 3 seconds. 𝔬𝔫𝔤𝔢, yes sir, 𝔬𝔫𝔤𝔢 is blocked up top.
Good patience by 𝔐𝔞𝔦𝔬𝔢 there to end the quarter. No more time remaining. The only reason, the only way for FEU is to make a lane.
It has been a nip and tuck affair, just as we expected, Coach, between these two Final Four hopefuls.
You know, these two are competing for a very important position. So this game will be very exciting. But so far, a good start by UE right here, but quick answers by Coach Alan and the rest of the squad for FEU to be able to recover here.
Start of the second quarter, UE clinging to that 1-point lead. FEU closed that first period on an 8-0 scoring run. Miller gets its own miss, leaves it to EJ, and 𝔬𝔤𝔤 around the world it goes and in.
And Dre Miller really making the biggest change here in today's ball game. Instant impact off the bench for Dre.
How will UE respond? They've been stuck at 19 for quite some time now. 𝔘𝔫𝔦𝔬𝔢 outworks his defender but can't find the man of the net. Foul on Despi. Rather, it was a traveling.
Dre Miller off the miss, locating his own miss and finding his teammate off the corner there.
𝔬𝔬𝔪 takes a jumper, but there's a whistle, an offensive foul slapped on UE.
Well, that's gonna hurt because that could have been easy too for Lance 𝔬𝔪. Charge would be on 𝔐𝔞𝔦𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬, trying to take 𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬 out of his face. But even though that's a turnover, you gotta love the aggressiveness of Lance 𝔬𝔪 here in today's ballgame.
FEU has Miller and Miranda at the backcourts. Three-pointer won't work for 𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬. Here comes Despi. Alejandro now. Nice defense by, guess who? Dre Miller. Miller, 3-on-2 fast break, gives it to Miranda.
Dre Miller making the stop down low, pushing the pace and finding his teammate into it, Miranda on the wing. Oh, what a ball game Dre Miller is having right here.
4 assists now for Dre Miller. They have a whistle against Miranda. Pre re-enters the ball game.
14 seconds on the shot.
Miller has been a source of energy for FEU at the start, at the end of the first quarter rather, up until here at the start of the second. Lagat rising, can't finish. Pre is pushing. Yes, Ħerbito gliding in the air for two.
Now FEU stepping on the gas, pushing the pace, trying to put the rhythm on their side here in the ball game.
The run is 15-0 and still on the meter. Junior Warriors have not scored in a handful of minutes. Scoreless here in the second. Despy can't end the dry spell, but he will earn his 2 shots at the line.
Every time UE needs a bucket, Despy steps up always and is ready to get that basketball. Gets the foul here on that last play. BJ Pre from the rebound, automatic for everyone to go on a run there with assist with fast break bucket for FEU.
So Despy has a chance here to finally put an end to that 15-0 scoring barrage by the Baby Tams. He finally does. And UE can get into those scoring droughts. We saw that in the last game versus UPIS. Sometimes their offense just doesn't click and they have trouble putting points on the scoreboard.
You know, the problem is never the talent, it's never the system, it's just the consistency of the players. Whether they could continue to play the same way. They were in the lead most of the game there, but the consistency in the fourth quarter just was not there. The same story goes here for the first quarter, but it's still very early in the ball game. Coach Carl Santos, I'm sure, will have answers against FEU.
Despy is clobbered. Burgos will be called for the foul. EJ Ħerbito goes to the bench. Some quality minutes for EJ. Haven't seen a lot of him in the first round. Good to see him contributing well here for FEU. Despy is calling out the play, gives it to Sabroso, and goes to Lagat from deep, can't connect.
Would have been a beautiful kick out from Lance Sabroso.
Sabi ni Lance, siya na lang daw titira.
Lance Sabroso answering that miss with his own pick. That cuts the lead to 2.
First field goal here in the second period for UE. Offensive foul. Will go on Miranda.
Not much space to operate there for Luis Miranda, but let's watch that play first before. No one's closing out on Lance. He has that range. Good take, good make.
Lagat go to Alejandro. Alejandro versus Pre. Alejandro takes a jumper. He knew it was short, tried to go after it, but it ends up with the Baby Tamaraos. Ahead to Burgos. Burgos with a series of moves.
And Burgos learning how to do it from BJ Pre. And moves looking the same here for FEU, and that is the versatility and the athleticism of their front court.
Foul on Pre. He knew it. He stepped out on that screen. But look at this series of moves. The footwork, coach. The footwork.
And look at that. Patience is a virtue right there. 3 white shirts, no problem. On the up and under. And on the next play, just a delayed help from BJ Pre. Well, force him into committing a foul there.
And big man, you know, you want to show, but not, you know, not too much,
Yes.
I guess.
Especially here early in the ball game. That's why they'll be forced to put out BJ Pre here. You know how crucial VJ is, especially in late game situations where he is the trusted guy to hold that basketball. You want to be careful early on para dito kay VJ.
𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 is at the line, scored 16 points in that loss to UPIS.
Highly recruited talent coming off Cebu.
Here comes 𝔘𝔫𝔦𝔰, who's had a very impactful minutes here in the first half. Miller whips a pass inside. Do you see that pass, coach?
Everybody was surprised. Even his teammates behind him, nagulat din. Dun sa drop pass ni 𝔘𝔫𝔦𝔰, let's look at that once again. No look. And that beautiful Pectus. Kita mo naman tuwang-tuwa. Si Coach Alan kahit na hindi na shoot, talagang binate itong si 𝔘𝔫𝔦𝔰.
Another chance for FEU. Cabonillas can't get the reverse. Ball was saved for the boys in green.
You can never give Caps Cabonillas a lane on the baseline because when he gets that flight off, it's usually a finish for Cal because of his leg.
Burgos. FEU has time here. Shot clock is at 10. Godoy with an errant pass. UE, one of the top teams in terms of steals, gets the basketball there. Sabroso, signature spin move, can't get it to drop. 𝔘𝔫𝔦𝔰 had the notion, decides to put it back out. Miller. To the other end of the court, 𝔘𝔫𝔦𝔰 hits the side of the backboard. Nice pass though by Miller. So UE's offense has come alive here late in the second as we hit the 4 minutes and 30 mark. Sabroso. One-hander does not work. Despi with a no-look feed. And Sarza will go to the line.
So far, everybody on this UE squad is staying active on the offensive boards. They've been getting a lot of extra opportunities here.
Now we'll check it for Godoy. Sarza at the line, averaging just a shade under 8 points per game.
Young kid coming from Batasan, Quezon City. I've been able to go up against this guy when I was coaching in Fairview. And he really is a talent, really mastering that inside, very athletic, can really run the lane. So a lucky break for him as he will get a chance to play in the UAAP for the UE Junior Warriors.
And a promising kid certainly for UE. In the meantime, FEU with the basketball. Here comes Da. Da with 5. He's got to get busy. Da. A chance for 3 after carving up the defense.
Pure muscle and body control for Jedrick Da right there. Goes through the middle. So many white shirts. Yet he says, "Ako na bahala." Jedrick Da with a tough finish in the basket.
Da is looking for a bounce-back performance. He went scoreless against Adamson, 0 out of 10. And you see his confidence has not wavered.
This guy steps up each and every game, offensively and defensively. I remember a game where he just showed help side and tried to block 𝔐𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰 on the dunk.
I remember that, coach. Yeah, I remember that, coach. Da, amidst the trees, can't get it. But that's a traveling violation on FEU. Alejandro has been relatively quiet by his lofty standards.
It's going to be very tough for Alejandro here in this ball game as he is going up against bigs that plays like him, active, athletic, and very versatile. So they know how to defend Alejandro here in this ball game. So it's up to him how he will adjust against a defense like FEU's.
Dre De Leon misfires from deep. Miller has it. Burning rubber. Miller. Oh, terrific defense. But Miller stays with it.
There's a different energy in Dre Miller in today's ball game. He's more aggressive. He's playing more efficiently, and just all out confidence for Dre Miller in today's ball game. And you want this from
.306 left in the first half. Baby Tabs with a 5-point advantage. Pedrita directing traffic. Three-pointer on the way. But Pedrita with the rebound. Can't secure it though. So here comes Miller. Quite so far offensive, but he has been doing magic on the rebounding and the assist department.
With the triple-double watch already for Dre Miller. 2 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. Doing everything off the bench for FEU.
Bonilla can't connect from deep. Gets his own miss, and he will troop to the line.
So fast for his position. Gabby Cabonillas is so athletic and so explosive for that 3 and 4 position for FEU.
Cabonillas, El Pito, and VJ Pre, Burgos, and company has to do extra work because Salangsang is unavailable for them due to dengue.
It's going to be, that is going to hurt FEU as Liam Salangsang has really stretched out the floor for FEU, one of their main threats coming off the outside, making things easier for VJ Pre and Caps Cabonillas to attack, and also Jedrick Daa. So we wish him well and hope that we can watch him soon enough here. So get well soon, sa'yo, Liam, if you are watching right now.
Also a split at the line for Caps. It's a 32-26. Dre De Leon had some trouble in the backcourt, but gets it across. Lagat connects from deep.
That's especially on down for Loper Lagat. Whenever he's open, he'll take it, he'll take it.
Some timely hits from Topper Lagat. Daa was called out of bounds just as he passed the basketball.
UE doing a better job defensively. They know that FEU loves driving baseline, eventually going either for a layup or a kick out. But now UE closes down on that option.
So here's Lagat, who just hit the 3 moments ago. He's waiting for the play to develop. He still has it, lines it up. It was online, just couldn't get it to go. Other side they go. 𝔬𝔤𝔤𝔬𝔤 from deep.
A lot of shooters for you right here. You never want to leave 𝔬𝔤𝔬𝔤 open, as this guy is the definition of a 3 FD.
Has tied this ball game up at 32 with 1:18 left here in the first half. We have a great ball game, coach.
It's a beautiful ball game here. A battle for that number 4 position. No better place to be at right now than 𝔐𝔞𝔪𝔢 Center.
Miranda can't connect. Daa muscles his way, but 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 is there to clean up the mess, plus a foul.
The 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 has really been going for that offensive rebound, really wanting that ball on every possession. He is the tallest guy on the court right now. 3 white shirts, no problem. The lefty with a finish.
Terrific timing for 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 getting those offensive rebounds. We've been talking a lot about it, coach. The front court of FEU has really caused a ton of problems for UE and really the entire league.
Everybody so hard to face 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 and BJ Pre, especially when they're together inside the court. Usually they're the ones that really substituting each other. But right now, 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 will be the one inside the court for FEU.
Near steal by the baby Tamraus. Just 4 seconds tick away from the shot clock for UE. A bit of a zone defense for the baby Tamraus. Dagat from the corner, he gets it to go.
And now the 3-point line is a friend to UE. That's a 3rd straight triple for UE.
But Miller answers on the other end.
Quick pace basketball we're watching here. Both teams under 7 seconds trying to get a basket right away.
14 seconds left. 𝔬𝔤𝔬𝔬 looks up at the clock. He has time. 10 now. Somebody has got to get busy. Almanza spinning his way to the cup, and he gets the bounce.
Learning from his teammate Lance Ambrosio. Via that spin move, Almanza showing his own version of that spin. A
gathered its bearings, and they were able to get back on the scoring column.
It's really going to be a good chess match between Coach Carl Santos and Coach Alan. They're both highly respected coaches in the high school ranks, even in Philippine basketball. So I'm sure these halftime huddles were very, very detail-oriented.
Yo-Yo Sarmenta, together with Coach Juanito Gregorio, bringing you the action for our second game of our UAAP Wednesday. Two more games followed by this game. Earlier in the day, the NUNS Bullpups gained a Final Four berth with a 70-61 victory over De La Salle Sobel. And talking about Final Four, these two teams right now, FEU and UE, want to be in the top four. And that three-pointer is good by EJ Herbito.
EJ Herbito really stepping up today. He really stepping up in today's ballgame, especially with the absence of Liam Salazar, first guy in double digits for FEU.
We mentioned the need for spacing, the need for shooting, and you're right, Coach Herbito is filling up that role perfectly. Lagat can get his fourth triple. Nice fake handoff by the Tumalim. Sorry, miss by UE, but Despi has it.
The struggle for Alejandro here in today's ballgame. Not his usual game. Still very early in the ballgame, and plays like that can get him going in an instant.
Alejandro, UE's leading scorer, gets the deuce there. Takes aim, too strong. Caponilas whips a pass to Miranda, outside to Herbito. Can't go for back-to-back triples.
That might be a miss, but you gotta love that if you're the coach of FEU. All five guys getting a touch of that basketball. Wide open three by Herbito. Might not be a big, but still a very good ball rotation.
5 3-pointers so far for FEU. UE close with 4. Alejandro, back-to-back hits.
So we were talking about how instant this guy can get going. Not even 30 seconds in, 4 straight points for Alejandro.
So with that basket, UE with a 1-point lead. But Caponilas retakes the lead for
It's a
FEU.
beautiful drop pass coming from the wing. Miranda attracting all of the defenders, eventually going for that drop pass.
3 straight baskets for John Alejandro.
Alejandro, very low in the ground, just knows when and where to put that basketball. It's very simple basketball, easy 6 points for John.
Pinati-ati natin, coach.
Oo.
Sabi natin, di mo masyado gumagawa.
Narinig tayo, meron atang mikropono to.
Here's Sabroso. He is fouled by Da.
Muscle on muscle matchup right there. Sabroso versus Daa. But John Alejandro, just this last minute, 6 straight points. All of it coming from that same side. You know, he really stepped up in there in the third quarter.
Despi attacks the middle. Can't find the bottom of the net. Miller is pushing. Herbito stops, pops, too strong.
Not the usual guy to end the fast break in EJ Herbito. Too strong on the floater right there.
Despi had a free lane because his teammate was clearing the path. So an offensive foul called on the Tumalim.
Cannot provide that much space on a fast break. Wanted to close down on Carlos Caponilas, pushing him out of position. That's the second foul on the Tumalim off the same time.
6.5 to play. 3-pointers, no go for Miranda. Caponilas attacks hard. Chance for 2.
Carlos Caponilas in this ball game. That is already his third offensive rebound of the ball game. The seventh in total. So the UE has to do a better job in boxing out Carlos Caponilas.
Miller enters the ball game. Remember, Miller entered during the last part of the first quarter and really ignited that offense for the baby Tamaraws.
9 minutes in the first half, yet Dre Miller was able to produce 4 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals. Kumpletong-kumpleto ang dala ni Dre Miller in that first half.
Caboniles, in the meantime, knocks down his 5th free throw of the ball game. Sir Montinola of FEU, the brain trust of FEU. Coach Bert Flores as well behind him.
Always in support of on any FEU team. Anton Montinola, one of the bosses here in FEU, willing to support anywhere they need to be supported.
That should be a fun matchup. Despy versus Miller. Offensive foul on the screen there. Referees have been especially tight on those types of fouls.
They have been very sharp all season long with those kinds of fouls. You really have to be stable with how you set screens here in the season.
And on the other end, we see back-to-back plays.
And now we look like geniuses here.
But, I was just about to ask you, what makes a good screen? You see these young players make that mistake again and again. Ano ba ang recipe?
Most of the time, it's the fault of the mover. Or you have to move when the screen is already set. Now, when you move before the screen is set, that forces the screener to move at hahabulin yung tao. So you have to be able to set right away.
It's that communication as well,
Yes.
as the screen is set. Back to the action as Herbito has been lining it up from deep.
Breakout game for EJ Herbito. 3 out of 5 already here in the ball game. 13 points in total for EJ.
Herbito has been called up without the services of Liam Salangsang. Out with the dengue. Ball is sapped. Ahead they go to Pre. Pre all alone. Trying to slam it home. Just left it there at the front rim. Despy attacks. Alejandro was asking for it. Alejandro shows up his range.
John Alejandro now doing it both from the inside and the outside, showing that he can do it anywhere inside the court. He can never leave John Alejandro open inside.
Alejandro has 8 points just in the third quarter. Miranda can't get by the defense. Miller is blocked from behind. Warriors pushing. Alejandro muscles his way for another 2-point basket.
And John Alejandro, old school basketball, muscling his way through the inside.
10 points in the quarter for Mr. Alejandro. Pre has been tied up.
No space to operate for VJ Pre off that double by UE. It's going to force coaching staff to rest VJ Pre for quite some time right now.
Both teams trading some huge blows here. We're all still tied up at 47. Alejandro has been scorching here in the third. Despy can't get it to drop. 𝔬𝔬𝔬 takes a closer look. Can't get the bounce.
Perhaps 𝔬𝔬𝔬 loves those floaters off the middle. So that's going to be lucky for UE that Caps will miss on that last play.
Leon. Alejandro, can he score one more time? Leaves it. But there's a turnover there by UE. Pascual lines it up. Misfires. Rebound opportunity for the baby Tamaraos.
Once again,
2:40 to play.
𝔬𝔬𝔬's keeping that ball alive for FEU.
Pascual can't get it a second try. 𝔬𝔬𝔬 with foul number 3. And you called it, Coach. 4 offensive rebounds so far for Caps.
It's going to be huge, though, because he will be getting his third foul here with still 2 minutes and 30. And the last 2:30 will be crucial, because this will give enough rhythm to whoever team can get the lead here.
Both teams have scored 10 points apiece here in the third period. That should be a jump ball. Yes, it is. Possession will go to FEU.
I just gotta love every time Jeremy Godoy is inside the court, because he gives out 100% energy on the defensive end, making an impact on getting those stops.
Here is Miller. Traveling violation called on FEU.
Jeremy Miller wanting to attack right away, not yet setting his footing there. Gonna cause it a travel.
I thought it was another illegal screen.
Almost. Yung travel.
Yeah, but our referees have been all over those types of plays. We have another whistle. This time it's from the foul variety.
15 seconds on the shot clock.
15 on the shot clock for UE as De Leon will inbound. Oh, nice tough shot by 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢.
Wow, that is such a tough shot. Well defended. No space to operate. And he found a way to get that ball inside the ring.
Godoy. Errant pass goes to the UE bench.
Could have been a good option using that staggered screen. Godoy had enough space, yet there was a little miscommunication if they wanted a roll or a pop. And that will result in a turnover for FEU.
Omar Gordon will enter for Godoy for the last 1 minute and 12 seconds of the third period.
Usually a guy on the rotation. This will be the first time that Omar Gordon will be entered into the ballgame.
He will shadow Almanza. Malim. They took that extra step. Talking about Tahino, they knew right away that was a mistake. And Coach Carl Santos really stressed about that play. It could have been more decisive.
Oh, yes. Could have been to the corner. A better lead. Now this will give an opportunity for FEU.
Miranda makes his move. So it's one of those plays once again as a screen is about to be set and either an offensive foul or that traveling violation. And again, it's really going ahead of the play, so to speak, coach.
You know, these are kids, so they get so excited with the possibility of one play. Meron na silang nakikita na gusto nilang move, which it's all about timing. It's not really about the move, but it's all about when you do it. And most of the time, that is why these plays result in a turnover.
5 on the shot clock. Almanza can connect from deep. Ball is loose. Almanza with the spin and gets it. What a shot.
Luigi Almanza showcasing his pitbull talents here in the ball game.
Ball is sucked out. Down to the last 2 seconds. Last chance for FEU. Near steal once again. Ball will stay with FEU, but this time the clock reads 0.7.
One last chance for FEU to get a shot here.
Miranda, here the Hail Mary is no-go, so that will do it at the end of 3, 51-47 here, coach. Final period, just moments away. John Alejandro with an impactful third period, scoring 10 points in the third period. Campus Campanillas had a great third quarter as well. The stars are aligned in what could be a nip and tuck fourth period. Here we go, FEU versus UE. Glad you could join us here on the Filipinas Live app. Your quarter scoring very close so far here, coach.
You know, all of these quarters, everybody has really been stepping up. Very close quarters, but in the third quarter, defense was the name of the game. UE just closing down on FEU. Only 10 points for FEU in the third.
So we're down to the last 10 minutes. Yo-Yo Sarmenta on the call together with Coach Juanito Gregorio, bringing you all the action. And a turnover by FEU. And again, we can't stress enough, this is a very important game for both sides because the Baby Tams are in 5-5, and right on their heels are the Junior Warriors at 4-6.
So a win for FEU will secure them at number 4 for the next few games, and a loss for FEU will mean UE can tie them at number 4. That's why this game is very crucial entering our final stages of our second round.
And very important because USD still has a game later, so will Ateneo. Ateneo is also at 4-6, so very important day for high school basketball. 𝔍𝔞𝔪� is in the ball game. 8 points so far for Lance. On the shot clock. Alejandro has been huge here in the second half. De Leon tried to get it to Alejandro. Instead, it ends up with Almanza. FEU with a stop. Cabs running. Tupre bulldozing his way. That is an offensive foul.
And what effort Lance Ambrosio did there to sacrifice his whole body to force a stop. 2 versus 1, shortest guy on the court, yet he was able to sacrifice his body to force a turnover on VJ Pre. The ball will return to the white and red.
That was such a brave move by Lance. Not a lot of people will do that against VJ Pre.
And Caps Capodillas, and that was 2 versus 1.
So both teams scoreless so far here in the fourth. High looping shot for Sabroso does not work, but he gets the repossession. But time will run out. Oh, tried to bank it in.
Almost a big there for Lance Ambrosio.
Let's see here. FEU was asking for the shot clock violation, but the ball did hit the rim and it went out of bounds. So ball will stay with UE.
A lucky break for UE right here. Another chance for them to extend this lead.
But that is an offensive foul. Again, off ball.
So Mark Sarza trying to create space once again. Yet not the right timing on that screen. A lot of miscommunication in the final plays of UE.
Turnover number 12 for UE. Ball will stay with FEU.
Gotta commend the way UE is playing defense on the guys that has the ball for FEU. No driving lanes, no easy baskets. That's why they have a short 4-point lead here.
2 minutes have gone by here in the fourth period. Herbito continues to hit from deep.
Big 3 for EJ Herbito. FEU has been struggling offensively. Finally, he can get them on the scoring column here in the fourth quarter.
EJ's fourth bomb from deep. Almanza can find the bottom of the net. FEU can retake the lead. Da flying and scoring.
And that is the specialty of the house for Jedrick Da. That open break and the top of the key. High flyer, very athletic. A good finish for Jedrick Da.
Capodillas is bumped, no call. Unfortunate miss by Capodillas.
Watch that kick out play by Caps Capodillas going cross court to EJ Herbito, and on the next play, attacking it strong. Jedrick Da on the open break. Challenge me up top. No problem. Jedrick Da with a 2.
A quick 5-0 run by FEU Diliman. Just to hit the 7-minute mark here in the payoff period. Despi navigating the screen. Sabroso lines it up. Bullseye!
Back to back to back. Both teams are answering each other in terms of scoring. A very exciting ball game we have here.
Capodillas can hit. Alejandro went down hard. And he seems to be okay. Back and forth we go. Despi. Alejandro goes inside to Sarza. Nowhere to go. Lagat lines it up. Front rims it.
That fake of Lagat really gets a lot of players jumping.
Da gliding his way for 2.
What a beautiful finish Jedrick Da has. Every time he's jumping, very hard to challenge this young kid.
seems to have that unlimited hand time. We're back to the action here. Yui with possession. Sabroso looks up at the timer. It reads 6. Sabroso makes his move and he is fouled by Da.
Watch that again by Lance Sabroso pick out the corner. On the next play, Jedrick Daa slicing, dicing, and flying. Top play up for Jedrick.
Sabroso now up to 12 points and still on the meter. Make it 14 now for Lance. Rather, after those free throws. Here comes the baby Tams. Da loses control.
I really like this matchup. Alejandro versus Pre. Muscle versus athleticism. Yeah, they can really match each other with the skills and their physicality. Very exciting going forward. Yet UE with 2-point lead with 5.
Five and 16 left. That's Willie Miller. Always in attendance watching his son, Jay Miller. Jay Miller has been a bundle of energy here in this ball game. Miranda, with time running out, has had to put it up, but that was terrific defense by UE.
What a stop by UE. No option on the drive, on the kick out, and on the drop pass. It's terrific game plan by Coach Carl Santos on the timeout.
Junior Warriors still has that 2-point lead, 56-54, just as we hit the halfway mark. Lagat. Alejandro can't get it to drop. FEU can tie here. Burgos size it up on 56.
That's a good link out pass to Mark Burgos. Good positioning by Burgos as well to tie the ball game.
This will be an interesting test for both these squads who are coming off losses where they collapse in the end game. Sabroso flipped it up, but he was clipped. Foul on Miller. It was that last sequence, Pre. Always selfless, giving up that basketball ahead to Burgos.
Mark Burgos, one of the underrated bigs of FEU, as we always talk about Cabonillas and BJ Pre. Yet Burgos is also standing his ground in his own way, also paving his path And here, providing much needed energy in the late game for FEU.
So Sabroso makes it 58 to 56, gives UE back the advantage. Cabonillas really lost the control there. Here comes Godoy. Nice move there by Godoy.
Patient on the drive, reading it properly. Good Euro step coming from Godoy.
All tied up again here. Shot clock at 11. Sarza pops out. This is their main scorer, Alejandro. Now it's with Despi. With 5 on the shot clock. Somebody has to get busy. Somebody has to shoot. And time will run out for UE.
UE was not aware of the shot clock remaining there. They wanted to execute, yet little time for them to be able to make a play. Very crucial turnover, as this is a chance for FEU to regain the lead back on their side.
Some key substitutions being deployed by both coaches here. Nagat, he enters the ball game. 3:30 to play here. Miranda uses the screen outside to Da, no hesitation. Can get it.
That's a good play. That's an open shot for Jedrick Da. A shot you want, just did not get it in that last play.
Cabonillas ends up with the steal. Godoy trying to give it up at the very last minute. Instead, it was a turnover.
They tried to go for the same play he had in that last play, but that will be a turn.
.07 left to determine who will win this ball game. Will it be Jet Da and the FEU-D Baby Tamarals? Or will it be the UE Junior Warriors? John Alejandro has been huge in the second half. Can he provide timely baskets here in the final 3 minutes? Nagat comes up out of that screen. It's with De Leon with 10 to work with. De Leon can't get it to go. Rebound opportunity. Put back is good.
Good positioning by Mark Sarza for that offensive board. That was a dead play by UE, and Mark Sarza keeping the play alive for UE.
We're approaching the deep waters here in the fourth. Da lines it up off to the side. Pre with a putback, and good.
Same story for BJ Pre, keeping the ball alive. Good position, good energy, and what an effort from the front court of UE and FEU trying to get the win for their respective teams.
Pre has been relatively quiet by his lofty standards coming off that 26-point outburst in his last game. Nonetheless, providing a spark here in the latter part of the fourth, completes the three-point play. Pre now up to 10 points. Zarza looks at his options, gives it to Lance. Lance waits for the play to develop. Now he attacks. Sabroso, jumper, can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Ball is loose. Body's on the floor. UE has it with 7. Lagat can't get it to go. Sorry, miss.
Times like this, it's your composure that will be the biggest difference. So far, UE has not been able to execute here in the end game.
Miranda with the hesitation. The basket plus a foul.
That's going to be huge. It's going to be a huge bucket for Dwayne Miranda right here.
Basket does indeed count. Look at this hesitation. Looks up, freezes the defense.
Quick look, goes hard, and that tap by John Alejandro will give a bonus to Dwayne Miranda. We just said it's the composure in the end game that will be very crucial. And so far, FEU having that edge in the last 3 possessions.
Coach Denok Miranda is certainly proud of that. And all of a sudden, baby cameras are up. The minute and 29 remaining. How will the Junior Warriors respond here? What kind of play do you want to see here, Coach?
You know, they've been playing terrific the whole ball game. It was their composure in the first half. Guys like Despi, Lagat, and Sabroso should be able to find a driving lane or eventually maybe look for John Alejandro at the post here.
We go to Lagat. Lagat decides to pass. De Leon. Time is running out. Now it's at 5. De Leon has to put it up. Terrific defensive stop by the Baby Tams.
And more terrific rebound by Cams Cabonillas. One-handed rebound by the athletic young man.
Miranda uses the screen. Miranda sees an opening. Blows the layup. Sabroso pushing. Sabroso all the way for 2.
Now that's going to hurt. That's going to be a 4-point swing in favor of UE. Wide open layup. Yet not enough rhythm for Dwayne Miranda right there. Sabroso, quick answer to cut the lead to 2.
Down to the last 45 seconds. FEU looking for a dagger. Miranda cut off. It's Da. Da makes his move. Da with the shot. Can't get it off the glass. Miller is fouled. Yes, he is indeed fouled as he took that shot.
Instant energy. 𝔬𝔬𝔦𝔬𝔬𝔬 has really became an impact in today's ball game. Let's watch that here. Jedrick Da missing the shot, but 𝔬𝔬𝔦𝔬 just right in a good position to get that rebound. You know, this game can get him more minutes eventually. And of course, watching his very proud father, Willie Miller. Mukhang may notes pa si Willie kung paano na pagsasabihan si Dre pag-uwi.
A split at the line, so it's still a one-possession game here. 30 seconds left.
FEU has to be careful. UE has a lot of shooters in this lineup.
A difference of about 6 seconds between the two clocks. Coach Carlos Santos wanting his team to attack. 𝔑𝔬𝔫 makes his move, and he is fouled.
FEU is not in penalty yet. One more foul before they get to penalty. So this will be an opportunity for Coach Carl to set up a play for his shooters.
.6 seconds remaining. UE possession. They can go for a quick 2 or for a 3 to tie. Let's see what they develop here after that timeout.
The 3 shooters on the court for UE right here. De Leon, Lagat, and Sabroso. So FEU has to be able to locate the talents of UE.
Sabroso gets it inbound, nearly turns it over. Sabroso now. Sabroso is fouled by Da. So they had a foul to give.
That is the last foul to give for UE. Seems like they wanted that corner 3 for Lagat, but Dwayne Miranda is doing a good job in denying that ball from Lagat.
So Da is on Sabroso, Miranda is on Lagat. It's De Leon with 7. Sarza for the tie! Can't get it! Bray has it! And UE has no choice but to foul with 0.5 seconds.
And that was huge because it went in and out for UE. No other option. Lagat was not free. Sarza wide open. Taking advantage in and out. And that was almost the game right there. Oh, sorry, that almost tied a ball game. We gotta give props to UE right there. No execution yet. They still found a way in finding an open guy on the last second.
You're exactly right, Coach. The first and second options were cut off, but it was still a quality look for the Junior Warriors. And Pre makes it a 2-possession ball game. Oh, but ice this one. 0.5 seconds left.
It's all about composure here in the end game, and FEU just had that slight edge in terms of composure, was able to execute better, was able to have their attacks, and Coach Alan Albano and the rest of the squad will be going home with a victory, and that number 4 position will be all FEU for the next few games.
So FEU improves to